Kia ora scrappers, Kiwi Scrapper here. Gonna scrap out this washing machine. It's an old Simpson Agitator machine. Haven't scrapped out one of these old ones before, done quite a few, but not this model. Weighs a bloody ton, so hopefully there's some good stuff in there. Let's get to it. Sweet. Alright, let's take off these this back section, see what's underneath. Alright, so we've got a good power cord here. Chop that off. That in the bucket. We've got a pretty good motor here. Looks like quite a bit of copper in there. Should be able to strip that back. Pretty simple, nothing too much going on in there. Big piece of steel down the bottom. That'll be good. That'll be where lots of the weight is. So yeah, let's pull it all out. Kilos there. Push, bloody there. BOYZ and MUISC. Garage. Alright, these nuts are pretty seized up, so I'm going to have to try a stronger drill. Can't really be bothered getting out the angle grinder at this point. What can you do? Save money on plasters, wear some gloves. Boosh! Finally got the motor out. At least that's in. Good amount of copper in there. Maybe get a bit for that, I reckon. Strip that down later. And let's see what we got here. We might have to get the angle grinder out. Just keep having a bit of a play.
And she didn't notice. Dying left and right. She's a dream. Got them all.
Ooze. Alright, got off this little pump here. Should be a bit of copper in there. Strip that back later as well.
Screaming out the hell you know. He's gonna come and regret the call. Efforts embracing you, you cry. You cry. Ah!
Awesome. Well, that's where all the weight was. That is a big piece of steel. $2 for that. Whew. Alright, well we're going to leave that there for the moment. I've got to go out, do a few things. We'll come back later tonight, strip off those motors, see how much copper we get, see how much steel we get. Sweet as. Alright guys, we're back. We're going to strip back these motors. We didn't end up finishing yesterday because didn't want to be too loud for the neighbours. So here we go, we got this big motor here, this little transistor. Normally it would be better to save those up and just kind of smash them all out at once, but just for the sake of the video we'll crack open these and see how much copper we can get out of them. Sweet! I've already taken off the screws, so there was 4 screws in there. Those just pop up. That's cast aluminum there, so you can put that in your aluminium pile. Bit of aluminium down the bottom too. If you can get that off, then chuck it in your pile. If not, you can just chuck it in your steel pile. Sweet! Alright, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to chop this out on the top and then pry it out from the bottom. Alright, as you can see it's bumping around a little bit, so what I might do is I might just chop straight down into those, see how we go with that. That might be easier. So yeah, definitely a pain having this big steel ring around here, but we'll see how much we can get out. See if this wants to come out. Just have a look at what's happening down here. Peel back some of those. Packed in there pretty tight. Alright, let's see if that's going to help. Bit of elbow grease, the job done. A few little ones holding it all together, so I better get those. Alright, let it loosen them up a bit more. Feeling a bit wigglier. Not a bad amount of copper in this. Definitely worth pulling the motor out if you're going to do anything. that is all the copper out of that. Left with, don't know, what's that, 2 or 3 kgs worth of steel. Chuck that in the steel pile. Not a bad amount of copper. Made a bit of a mess of it, but that's alright. This transistor, this just pops off like that. Pops off like that. I haven't seen one like this, but I'm hoping that if we chuck it in the vise, should just be able to smack that out. Otherwise, might try and crack the plastic. I might put my glasses back on just to be safe. See about knocking that out. Doesn't want to come out, so let's just crack the plastic. We should be able to crack into the copper. Not bad at all. Alright, good to go. So, easiest way to do it, get the angle grinder, slice it straight down, or you can use a chisel and just chop it down like this, bang it down if you don't have an angle grinder. That's one way to get it, a lot quieter as well, so if you're scrapping it late at night, that could be the go. Get the safety glasses on, no point in scrapping if you don't have eyes. Alright. Break that little bit off there. Easy. Let's see if we can rip that out. Alright, let's pull this out. Chuck that in there. That's all the copper from the motor before. Nice. Once you've got a bit of it out, it should just all nicely come out. Yeah. Delicious copper. Every little bit counts. Well, let's weigh up that copper, see how much we got out of the motor and the transistor. Alright, we got about 923 grams. So, at my scrapyard, probably get about $6 for that. Number 2 copper, pretty good. Not bad at all. Sweet guys, well that is scrapping out an old Agitator washing machine. Let's run through what we got. We've got a whole lot of steel here, some pretty decent pieces, a bit of weight there. We even got some of these little pipe clamps. These are really handy around home. I actually just went around to the shop, bought a couple of these from Bunnings. I think they cost me $2 or $3, so got a handful of those. So we'll put those away, we won't scrap them, they might come in handy. This big piece of steel here, pretty good in that. I was thinking about getting these leak thingies off here, sticking them on the drum for the brazier. This is pretty awesome. I'm pretty stoked we got this out. It's pretty solid. I'm definitely not going to scrap this. Going to turn it into a brazier. Just get rid of that plastic and then find a bit of a base to it. We got some wires over here. Not a bad power cable. Some other little wires. Not much wiring in this, maybe because it's an old one. Aluminium, a little bit there on the motor. So chuck that in with your cast aluminum. I think that was about 900 grams worth of copper. So definitely worth your while to just scrap out the motor if you're going to do anything. And then over there we've got the junk. If you got time or if you just enjoy taking stuff apart, you could definitely pull off that, but you might be able to find some brass and stuff in there, or just chuck it in with your steel pile. That was scrapping out an old Agitator washing machine. Was it worth the time? Depends on what your time's worth to you. I'm definitely stoked I did it. Got the brazier out, got some copper to chuck in the copper bin, bit of steel. I mean, it all adds up. Sweet as. Thanks for watching guys, catch ya.